So within those 21, like I said, about 50% of those were more than one submission. And there were 3 to 4 of those that led to over 100 referrals into our inbox. And those aren't the 100 referrals haven't been closed deals yet. So we'll keep you posted, but they're in the works.
What's going on, guys? Andre Hakel Jr. here from ListKit, back with another case study interview, here with one of our biggest case studies ever in terms of pure numbers, results, and ROI. So Valerie, thank you for being here with us.
Hi, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So just to get started, before we dive into the results and the numbers, if you could just let the audience know, what is it that your business does, and what are you selling through cold email?
We are a business resource, and part of what we do is identify cold dollars for companies. Part of what we're doing in this specific case is reaching out to healthcare providers that would qualify for a specific class action settlement. And with that outreach, we have a specific target list that we're reaching out to, and the lead list that we were able to build was spot on, and we were very fruitful with it.
That's amazing. So leading up to your work with ListKit, like before you even got started with ListKit's done for you cold email setup offer, like what were you guys doing to generate leads, and how is that working for you?
We weren't really generating leads. Everything was from our network. Everything was basically a warm lead, a referral from someone that we knew in our network, which caused our network to grow, and then we got more referrals. So we started to look into Apollo, and that was the first type of marketing outreach software that we really found and looked into, which led us to find ListKit. We did not have any results from Apollo.
Okay, wow, okay. So, well, shout out to Apollo because they're one of our competitors, but you found us through Apollo, so that's awesome.
Right.
So going into your experience then with ListKit, obviously you wanted to sign up for a platform that could enable you guys to do direct outreach and be more proactive about generating new leads rather than relying on your existing network for referrals, which from our experience, and I'm sure you can relate to this, referrals and network connections are very sporadic, and they're not the most consistent or reliable. They're great, but if that's your only lead source, you end up losing sleep at night, not knowing like where your next deal is going to come from. And that's why being proactive using systems like ListKit's done for you cold email setup offer is great. So like, what was that experience like? Because it sounds like Apollo, for whatever reason, it didn't work. Like, so then you guys decide to keep the faith in cold email and reinvest elsewhere. Like, what was going through your head at that time?
Yeah, well, we did have Cleverly. I did forget to mention we had Cleverly going on through LinkedIn. That was the only other type of campaign outreach we had, and so we stuck with that. Finally, I don't know. I think Patrick, my partner, saw an ad for ListKit, and that's when we're heavily invested because of the last opportunity that we had. We did so well, so we really we didn't mind actually going ahead and investing the money. We were with Apollo because it was cheaper, freer. It was something new to us. We were trying to understand it, and then once I understood that platform and realized, hey, we could really benefit from something like this at a higher caliber, we started to do our research, and that's where we were led to ListKit. I want to say Mark maybe was the first person who we dealt with, and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I think you mentioned something super important for like the audience to know of is like there's platforms out there like Apollo and some of the other competitors that they do a really good job on the front end of making you think that cold email and doing outreach is super cheap. But there's a lot of hidden costs. So the nice thing with ListKit's done for you cold email setup offer is it's more expensive on the front end, but it's transparent in what's actually included. And so ListKit's done for you cold email setup offer includes everything from you get the domain set up, you get the email account set up, you get the leads, and you get the email sending tool to automate all of the outreach. Plus, you get a team of experts. I think you already mentioned Mark, Yasir, Raheem, all the guys on ListKit's team that are fully trained on cold email best practices. Plus, they are working with hundreds of accounts just like yours to see what's working right now because that's always changing. So you get access to a team of experts to help you actually put these different tools and systems to work and to get results from them. And so, like, I guess, what was that onboarding experience like of just having all these different tools that would otherwise be really complex to set up on your own, just fully set up for you and ready to go?
Yeah, having the support team was actually very enticing. That is in addition to why we chose ListKit. And yeah, we met with this year first, and he was extremely informative. There were things that we were doing in our previous campaigns that were contradicting our end goal, and he clarified, no, you don't want to do that, and here's why. Especially in spam proofing, and there were a lot of nuances with making sure the emails landed into people's inboxes and deliverability. There was just a lot of things that I did not know, and had I just continued to move on Apollo, I would have just been continuing to, or on another software, I've been continuing to contradict the work I was doing. And so once I met with Yasir, I was like a breath of fresh air. So he was like, no. And then you had the tools readily available for me to make sure that I wasn't, having too spammy phrases in my emails and stuff. So it was a weight off my shoulders during the implementation, so that I could breathe and really focus on the important parts of the campaign and not just setting up all the technical.
Exactly. That's great to hear because that's exactly the way it's intended to work. So I love these calls, hopping on with customers like yourself who just get it and have the experience that we intended for you guys to have. So let's talk about results. So you work with the ListKit team to get everything launched. It sounds like you also went in there and created some of your own campaigns, which I love to hear because it's your system. This is your cold email lead gen system. You know your business and your offer in your target market best. And so we love to see clients go in there and actually create their own campaigns to A/B test against some of the ones we set up initially. So, like, what results were you guys able to see from your cold email campaigns using the ListKit cold email system?
So we ran two campaigns, and one we didn't get much time with. I would say that we had about 3% come from, and that was maybe with just a week or two that we had using ListKit, and then moving forward to the campaign that's existing. And so we're only halfway through it. We're not even done with the campaign. And these numbers are up to about a week ago. 50% of our claim submissions have come from ListKit leads from our specific campaigns that we have built.
Wow. And like you were saying a little bit off camera, like some of the numbers, like I think over 20 deals this has led to. And then you
Mm-hmm.
guys are in an industry where there's a lot of referrals and network effects of deals coming in. So like some of those deals even refer to other deals. So like what's the business impact of like launching this cold email system? Like what's the business impact on your guys's deal flow of like how so 50% of the claims you've allocated or attributed to ListKit, like what does that actually look like?
So yeah, exact. That looks like you said about 21 submissions, and each submission does not count as one singular business or one singular lead. And so in more than half of those submissions, there were multiple companies. So looking at it from a business perspective, those are all leads for future pivots to other products that we have, mostly services that we offer in our marketplace. So it is vastly building our network, and the type of product or sale that this is, it's a settlement. So we're building an extreme amount of trust with these people. And at the onset, we're saying, hey, this isn't the only thing we're going to do for you. We're going to keep your information so that we can contact you in the future for other things that you will most definitely qualify for. I mean, and that is an immediate relationship. They want to share the people that they have relationships with us immediately. So within those 21, like I said, about 50% of those were more than one submission. And there were 3 to 4 of those that led to over 100 referrals into our inbox. And those aren't, the 100 referrals haven't been closed deals yet. So we'll keep you posted, but they're in the works.
That's
Um,
awesome. Yeah, and that's awesome. Like I guess just for the audience, because there's so many different business models that I've done interviews with, ranging from like marketing agencies to real estate to consultants to software and tech. You guys are in like the insurance and healthcare space. It sounds like what is like the LTV of a dealer or customer for your guys' business if you're open to sharing?
So we're in the correct, similar to insurance. We do have an insurance agency. I'm the agent in charge for that. So we basically deal in back office support. So we're dealing directly with business owners and their administrative processes and helping streamline those for the ultimate bottom dollar of their company, giving them money back without an extreme expense. For example, we have, because of that genre of our services, we can reach out to many different industries, right? Each referral is it's a long time client. They're going to come back to us for more. They're going to say, "Oh wait, let me reach out to Offload Business Solutions." This is what our company is. So you can offload your business tasks, back office business tasks to us, our services, and our specialists to handle for you, which ultimately builds the value for our client's company too. So it's a win-win scenario.
That's awesome. Yeah, so it sounds like you guys get them in on a specific offer, and then once you build the trust and are able to deliver the result from providing that service, they'll come back for all these other office tasks that just make sense to go to you guys for.
Right.
Uh, so that's awesome. And one thing that I love that you guys did with your cold email system is you tested multiple different campaigns, and that's what I try to get across to our team and to our customer base. Is like cold email is not just a set it and forget it. It's just like any other marketing channel. The same way you'd launch a Facebook ad and most likely not hit the first time, or maybe even the first 10 times. It's the same thing with cold email. You have to constantly test, constantly iterate until you find a winning campaign strategy that targets the right people with the right messaging and offer. And you didn't give up after that first campaign. You kept pressing along and found a winner on your second campaign, which is still really early on compared to most, but it's just so awesome to hear. So um, that's really all I have for you. I appreciate you sharing your experience working with ListKit and the team and just the success that you've been seeing with cold email. And I guess what are your plans going forward? I know you've already decided to scale the amount of volume that you're sending through ListKit's cold email system. Is it just to continue scaling and getting more leads in through cold email?
Yes, so we're going to continue scaling. We already are beginning our next efforts and what we're going to be working on, and we're already planning on utilizing, ListKit to make that work. We took our current results from our current campaign, and with help from Raheem from ListKit, he's helping me use our best from our A/B testing scripts. He's going to use our best scripts and help rebuild a new campaign for us so we can really maximize our outreach with results that are proven to get positive feedback. So we're going to continue campaigning, increasing our outreach and increasing the services that we offer so that we can build a network of trustworthy back office
That's awesome.
services, relationships. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just like doing more volume on the front end and then having more products to sell on the back end. And it's just this cycle of just continuous growth for your business and
Mhm.
for your clients. Like you said earlier, you're creating win-win situations, which is
Mhm.
just what I love to hear. So thank you again, Valerie. And we'll also let the audience know where can they find and learn more about your business. Is there a website that they can visit?
Yes, it's going to be offloadbs.com. And that's offload, B as in
That's
boy,
so
S
good.
as in Sam.com. You got
That's so good. It's like offload bull, you know.
it. That's what we handle. It's what you
Yeah,
don't want to handle.
it's like the nitty gritty, the stuff that really just drains your energy.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's so great. Well, congrats to you guys and all of your business
Right.
success. Coming here from ListKit's perspective, we're just super grateful for the opportunity to empower and to just continue to help you guys reach more of your ideal customers, to create obviously opportunities and then also referral opportunities and network expansion. And so for anyone listening in as well, if you guys want to simplify your cold email outreach strategy end to end from setting up domains and email accounts to getting the leads, sending the emails, managing the replies, and just the overall strategy of it all, just go to listkit.io. and we'd be happy to help. But thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys back for the next one.